Byron, we can see over your left shoulder there the building still smoldering of the World Trade Center.
Well, it is a grotesque sight to look at from about 30 blocks away from where we are. For those of you just joining us, let's just briefly recap what we know. About an hour ago, about 8:45 Eastern Time, one plane crashed into the tower.
We're watching this unfold on TV in the outer ring of the Pentagon.
You can see behind me, and then about a half hour later, a second plane crashed into the tower number.
And we had a call from my friend and classmate from the Navy Command Center, and all he says is, another plane has been hijacked from out of Dulles. It's turned around and it's heading for Washington. So immediately speculation begins. Is it going to be the White House? The White House is too small, too hard to find from the air. The Capitol building's easy to see, but you know, there aren't a lot of people in the Capitol building at any one time. The only building that is easy to find from the air that has a lot of people in it, the largest office building in the world, the Pentagon. Within a couple of minutes, I began to hear the sound of a jet engine, and it was pretty clear this plane was on full throttle as if it were taken off, but instead of the sound diminishing with time, it just kept getting louder and louder and louder, and we realized this is really happening. They're coming for us. Probably arrived at the scene about 5 minutes after impact. And initially we were way overwhelmed by the casualties. Every 20, 30 seconds, you'd see somebody stumble out of this open doorway.
What do you want us to go? Let's go! Move now!
But there were people that are still trapped in the building. And so I ran down to the doorway. I got a few feet inside and I trip over somebody. And I could feel there's what I think is a woman 2 Army guys ran back in with me, and the 3 of us half dragged, half carried her just a few feet outside the building and laid her down again.
Everybody out! Everybody out!
I asked her what her name was, and she said her name was Antoinette. And she said, am I going to die? You know, it was clear that she was struggling to breathe. So I told her, no, Antoinette, you're not going to die. You're going to be fine. And I just stayed with her and talked to her.
The FBI is investigating reports that there was a hijacking of an American Airlines 767 out of Boston. That was perhaps one of the planes that was involved in this disaster this morning. Apparently both towers of the World Trade Center hit by aircraft. And additionally, a report that a plane has crashed into the Pentagon this morning. West wing of the White House has been evacuated. President Bush was not there. He was at a school in Sarasota, Florida. The New York City Fire Department is issuing a call for a total recall of all officers and firefighters. Trump, what you're doing, report to your company. A major disaster is occurring in New York City this morning.
I stepped into the newsroom, and the assistant news director turned to me. And he pointed his finger at me. He said, NJ, grab a cameraman, grab a crew, and go downtown. I said, who do I take? I turned to the assignment editor. I said, whom do I take? And he said, the first guy out of the garage. Get in the truck and go. At that point, I was still looking at this as a story, as a news story that we were going to tell on the 6 o'clock news that night. On our way down, we resolved we were going to go into the towers. We wanted to document the heroism of the firefighters.
Gotta go out. Grab your guy and get him out.
Don't tell me this.
I don't care.
That's credentials.
I don't care. Get out.
What's your badge number?
Get out.
Give
Don't
me
worry
your
about
badge
it.
number.
Don't turn around. 44. Get out. Who is that guy? Get that guy. There's an emergency going.
I understand.
When he confronted us so quickly and immediately, we were sort of taken aback. But then it was clear, really, like almost instantly, that, you know what, he's absolutely right. We better not go any farther. But yeah, I mean, he might have saved our lives.
Go to the right. Look at that.
So we crossed West Street, and we saw the fire command post there. The top 2 fire commanders were both there, like generals organizing a battle plan. So we felt like we were safe there.
I'm sure half a dozen people already got it. Now, no one group got it.
And there was this whole battalion of firefighters in rows standing there. I mean, they looked like soldiers who were going to go into a battle. But you look at their faces, and they look frightened. They looked scared to me.
Certainly people are streaming out of buildings buildings in lower Manhattan, we can now tell you that there's not going to be trading on the New York Stock Exchange. They're evacuating the New York Stock Exchange. NASDAQ was hoping to start its computerized trading day about 2 minutes from now at 10 o'clock. We don't know if that's going to happen. To this point, the White House, the Capitol building, the State Department, the Treasury in Washington, all evacuated after the blast struck the Pentagon. Manhattan is sealed off. If you want to get in, you cannot at this point in time.
We both just kind of stood there, and I said to Marty, I said, well, let's shoot a stand-up here while we're here. And so I did, okay, take 1 and 2, 1.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the 2 towers. Debris continues to fall and to rain on the people below. There are people hanging from the windows 90 stories up, and a number of bodies have actually hit the pavement.
I did the first take on the stand-up, and I didn't like it at all. I thought, oh, that doesn't sound right. I don't like that. And I said to Marty, let me do another one. Take 2.
Take 2 and 2, 1. This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the 2 towers. A huge explosion now, raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way.
second tower's down. Holy. No.
The whole top of the building fell off, dude.
Holy, dude. Come on. Look, it's gone. Look, it was a bomb in that.